You pick up the trail. The tracks are still leading towards the cave mouth.
Is there any light coming from the cave mouth?
No.
Okay. Do I see the other in the group around me?
Yeah, for the most part. I mean, you see the others. Nobody rolled a super high stealth, so yeah, you're seeing the group that's around you.
Okay.
They're off, either on either side of you.
So I'm gonna make some hand gestures. Like, do we want to go inside the cave mouth? So I point to me, I point to them, and then I point to the cave mouth and raise my hands. Like, what do you want to do?
Do we want to make a commotion up here and make them come out?
How big is the cave mouth?
Looks like it's about 10 feet wide and stands anywhere from 10 to 15 feet tall.
Why don't we, Armel will try to shoulder the two of you back a little bit and try to imply that I want to run up. I mean, if a wolf gets seen here, it's just a wolf, right?
Okay.
And I am, if nothing else, crazy fast in this form, so I'll run up at 50 feet per move and take a look.
All right. Jarral nods and waves his hand in front of his nose.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to kind of lope forward, and obviously the smell from the cave gets stronger to you. It's obviously a lived-in cave. You're smelling a lot of different smells: human, goblin, probably other creatures that are in there. Death and decay. I mean, you're getting a strong aroma of everything. It's definitely a lived-in cave. And but you don't see anybody right outside it.
Okay, how close can I get?
You can get right up to the edge.
Well, then I do that. I'll go right up and listen.
Okay. So yeah, you're at the very mouth of it, and you hear dripping water, constant dripping water. You hear every now and then the shuffling of feet, but you don't hear voices. You don't hear any talking going on. You hear splashing water. You hear a groan or two here or there. You definitely get the sense that there's people within the cave mouth, but you're not sure how far into the cave they are.
All right. He'll growl quietly and then run back.
Okay. You're back with the group. And it's basically, it's like a rounded hill, pine trees at the top. Pretty decent sized hill as far as what you've seen so far heading north.
Okay. Well, he'll run back and sit down in front of you two and look at you patiently. Because he can't talk to you. You have to ask him questions.
Did you see any goblins?
And he'll shake his head.
Yeah, you can do yes or no's.
Does the cave go down?
Yes.
Okay.
Is there any obstacles in the way?
You didn't see any. That'd be a
He'll
no.
move his head in a circle.
Let's see. Is it safe to go in?
He'll bark once.
So Jarral will say, I think we should go back and talk with the others.
Greybeard, give me a...
Ardreth is with us, right?
Ardreth.
Ardreth is with you guys.
Okay,
With the scout group that's up ahead. Teagraiel and Greybeard are about 5 minutes back from you.
Right. Okay.
What do I want? And look at your character sheet. $42 hit points. That's way too much. That's crazy. Give me a... What would that be? I'm gonna say give me a survival check, Greybeard.
As good as perception.
All right. Nope, never mind. Continue on. What would the group like to do?
I love continue on.
Nothing to see. Move on.
Nothing's wrong. Nothing you see is wrong. You don't hear anything behind you.
So I suggest everybody we go back to Greybeard and Teagraiel.
Yeah, I agree.
And if everybody agrees, then I just kind of give Armel a slap on the shoulder, like a good dog.
Yeah, we didn't get to hear. What kind of wolf
You
does
get a
this look
growl
like?
from that.
Yeah, how big are you? What do you look like?
Well, technically he's freaking monstrous, as he is a dire wolf.
Oh, you're a dire wolf.
So when you're on all
So,
fours,
All black. Yeah. Well, yeah. He's not a werewolf technically. He's just a big wolf.
yeah.
Jet black, yellow eyes, slavering.
I give you a scritch behind the ear.
You could do that.
I thought about that.
You get an odd lack of response from him though, as he looks you right in the eye.
I give you a look like, don't bite it. You know it feels good. And I
She
head
uses her primal awareness on you.
off. Oh.
All right, you guys are back with Greybeard and Teagraiel, who are playing cards and rolling dice.
All right, so we kind of relay the information that we were able to get out of Armel and the fact that we didn't really see anything. So I guess I propose that we try and go into the cave. It sounded as though they're in there.
So I have two ideas. Here's my two ideas.
As we're talking about this, before he says that, I'm keeping an eye out. Because I don't trust these goblins aren't going to pop up behind us.
Too late. No, okay.
I'm itching to use this newfound magic. So here's idea number one.
No.
I make Greybeard huge and he runs in screaming. Or two, whoever's the stealthiest, I invis them and use message to communicate as they scout ahead. Pick one.
How long do these spells last?
Invisibility is an hour.
And the large one?
Only a minute.
Are they concentration? That'll be important.
Invisibility is not concentration, but if the person attacks or casts a spell, they lose it.
I don't have a problem going in there. I would hold the big spell
Magic.
for
Oh, it is. Invisibility is concentration.
yeah.
But it's on a creature.
So I don't have a problem going in there if you want to do that on me. But the enlargement spell, how big does the creature get?
That one's more of a joke because a medium creature becomes large.
So what's the height there?
It's like 10 feet, isn't it? A large?
Yeah, it basically doubles your size.
Okay. I'm just wondering if maybe that would be a good way to just kind of block something off if you enlarge one guy in a small area.
Oh, for sure.
Or kill him. one or the other.
Well, if we send our stealthiest person ahead invisible, I can message back and forth with that person, relaying it to the rest of the group as we head in after them, but at a safe distance.
So I haven't been rolling it, but I think I'm probably the most stealthy. Or close to it.
What's your stealth bonus?
5.
I've got 5 over a dexterity of 16.
I've got a 15 dex. Oh, dexterity? Yeah, I got 16 dexterity.
Okay, it's the same.
I would say Jarral.
But I also have 40 movement.
Go for it then.
And dark vision goodness.
And 120 dark vision.
Yeah. So I would
And
say
you
that.
you can actually fight without disadvantage inside there.
Yep.
It's your time to shine, so to speak.
Yeah.
Or the opposite of shining since it's dark.
Exactly. I say let's do it.
Yeah. Let's get closer. Let's get inside the cave. Or
Okay.
right outside the cave before we do it, though. Take advantage of the full hour. Because we don't know how deep the cave is.
Okay. Yeah, just before we go in? Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Alright.
So
all of you creep up to near the cave mouth.
Yeah, and I'll kind of be looking out to make sure we're not gonna get jumped.
Okay.
Let me roll that.
Oh no, you're good.
I'm good? Okay.
All right. So yeah, you get up to the cave mouth, and it kind of it goes in a little ways, not very far. You are definitely kind of surrounded by the cave mouth, and what I'll do is I'll put. Ooh, is somebody going to cast something when we get up there?
Once we get inside, I'm gonna cast invisibility on Jarral.
Okay. So go ahead and cast that. Put that in chat for us.
Just try not to attack anybody.
And then I will be using a message cantrip to be checking back and forth with him as he progresses to let us know when he wants us to come up, what he sees exactly.
And so it looks like you're invisible. I don't see anything about like sound, so you probably still make noise when you move, is what I'm assuming.
I think so.
Well, I'm gonna stealth too.
Sure. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, let me adjust.
I think they're at disadvantage to detect him if they can't see him.
Let me adjust some of these a second.
Oh, I don't like the sound of that. And actually, before I go down, I'm gonna give my my pack to somebody, whoever can hold the most.
Greybeard.
GB will take it.
Cool.
Okay. I'm going to move everybody over to the other map. But at this moment, I'm only letting Jarral see, so you guys are going to have a black screen for a moment until we get to the part where you guys can actually see into this cave.
Sweet. So the communication, whatever it's called, is that telepathic or is that, how does that work?
No, it's message, so this is it. So we've got to stay within 120 feet of you, but
Okay.
it'll go around corners and stuff. You can hear it, and you can reply in a whisper that only I can hear.
Okay.
All right, so you should be on the map. Most of you should be blind at the moment. Jarral, you should be able to see
Aha, there I am.
the very start of the cave mouth. You technically are a few, like maybe 10 or 20 feet further south, but they didn't build the map out to be that far. So I'm just putting you on the edge of the map at the moment.
Okay.
The squares are 5 feet. And as you sneak forward, you are picking up some sounds from inside. Again, dripping noises, shuffling of feet, groaning every now and then. Not really anybody talking or anything.
Okay.
And then let me modify a piece here for you. All right, so you can show me or tell me what you're going to do.
All right, so I am going to go very slowly. All right, so I see that there is...
Yeah, I would say make sure you go one square at a time as you're going, just so I see the route you're taking.
Okay, yep. All right, so I see 2 goblins. All right, so I'm going to motion back to the group. I'm assuming they've all of them that have dark vision have eyes on me.
Yeah, they would be able to see you.
All right, so I'm gonna point.
Well, no, you're invisible. Nobody sees you.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Okay.
In fact,
Until
Teagraiel.
Teagraiel does that, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to be messaging him. The minute I cast invisibility, I'm going to just messaging every round to keep in constant contact with it.
Because it does say you point your finger toward a creature within range and whisper. You'd have to be able to see him. So you're going to cast that and then cast invisibility? That makes sense?
No, it goes through solid objects if you're familiar with the target and know they're beyond the barrier. So I don't have to technically see him.
Not to commute, but to actually start the message spell. I think you need to see him. Right? Because it says you point your finger toward a creature within range and whisper.
And it says you cast the spell through solid objects if you're familiar with the target and know it is beyond the barrier.
Okay.
And it doesn't have to follow a straight line.
And the duration is 1 round.
Yeah, so it's basically I have to keep, it's a cantrip, so I have to keep doing it.
Okay.
So I'm sitting there fiddling with a little copper wire the whole time, whispering to myself with my eyes closed.
Okay. All right. Yep. Okay. Continue on.
All right. So, you want me to go 1 square, or can I do 2 squares?
No, go 1 because I want to
Go
see
1.
which square you're going through.
Okay. So, have you done the whisper thing on me?
Yep.
Okay. So, how long does the whisper that I'm allowed to whisper back to you go? Like, what can
It's 1 round and then it'll repeat. It's like we're carrying on a conversation.
Okay, all right. So I'm gonna whisper that I see that I'm on the left side of the entrance. I see 2 goblins, forward and right, and
I'm repeating what he says in a whisper to the rest of the group.
Okay, and I'm going to I'm gonna move forward and to my right. So basically, as I go, I'm gonna be describing that I'm moving forward and right 5 feet, just to make things a little easier, just so he knows where I'm gonna be.
And do you want us moving up? You move 10 feet, we move 5, or you want to scout ahead first?
Hold for now.
Holding for now.
Yep. So I'll finish that message with hold for now.
Okay. That was a couple of rounds, but continue on. Okay, so let me just give you a description here.
Okay.
So you're standing in the kind of like a yawning cave mouth. It's about 12 feet wide, 20 feet high. You can see a vast cavern that opens up ahead of you, and you see kind of like a forest of stalagmites near its center. And along the edges, you're seeing 10-foot high ledges that are along the walls. You're definitely picking up a lot of like water drip sound, which is kind of prevalent throughout the whole cave. And you are seeing the goblins that you are seeing at the moment. They are on guard, so they're watching the cave mouth entrance. They occasionally look at other entrances, but they have their weapons at the ready. So they are basically guarding from those 10-foot areas. And you do see, when you move to there, you see that guy in a mud pool that's kind of bubbling, and he's basically like he's taking a bath inside this big mud pool, and his back is to you at the moment. Anything else you would see from that angle? That's about what you see. So definitely cave-like structure. No light anywhere in the cave. It's completely dark. And there you go.
So I have a dark vision question, because I think this is starting to fade after 60 feet. Does dark vision go full to 120 feet?
I believe yours does.
Because it looks very... It's a lot brighter in the front than it is in the back.
Yeah, I have it set to 120.
Okay. Is there a setting for the fade distance?
I have it as no, there's a -2, so there's no fade.
Okay. Weird. Okay. Alright, so okay. So I guess I'm waiting for Teagraiel to...
Checking in.
Do I recognize that as an ogre?
I assume that you would know ogres.
Yeah, I think they seem they're pretty common.
Yeah, I would think so.
Alright, so I'll tell them that there's a mud pool forward and left with what looks to be an ogre in it. And far to the right, past the two goblins, I can make out humans. And I mentioned that the goblins have high ground. The two goblins on the right have high ground. And to hold for now.
Holding.
Alright, so I'm going to move forward.
Okay, yep, more of the cave is opened up. You're still seeing more of the same kind of 10-foot ledges, stalagmites throughout the area.
Alright, how much time goes by for each movement?
I'm kind of timing it off of how much you're communicating with him. So, like, that's probably only been, that was probably a round for you to move to there and then communicate.
Alright, so that's...
Because it's 6 seconds is what I assume you're being cautious.
Yeah, very cautious.
You're talking with Teagraiel.
Alright. I just want to make sure I'm not going to get halfway in here and then invisibility is going to go away.
Oh, you got an hour. That's a long time.
You've got probably 59 minutes.
Okay, cool. Alright. Wait for Teagraiel.
Checking in.
Okay, so there's another goblin to the right. Just before the on another ledge. And I described the ledge as about 10 feet high. Right to the left of the did I say right? It's to my left, and it's left of the ogre. I see another goblin on another rise, maybe about 10, 20, about 30, 20, 30 feet beyond the ogre to the left. And that is all I see. I'm almost positive that the humans are on the right.
As in the townsfolk.
It's not clear. They appear to be human. I can't make
Okay.
out whether or not they're townsfolk or not. Can I tell if they're alive or not from here?
No, you're not sure.
Are they laying down or are they
They all
moving?
seem to be huddled, either propped up against the wall. Maybe some of them that you're seeing,
Okay.
you may recognize as they might make a movement, but you don't have a good idea being this far back, and
Okay.
yeah, you're not getting a good sense.
All right.
They're definitely not moving and walking around or chit-chatting or anything like that.
Right. Okay. I say hold for now.
Holding.
Alright, so I'm going to move one more forward. Alright, and then when Teagraiel checks in, I'm going to tell him it looks as though there's a possible passage left, 2 possible passages on the left. Either passages or alcoves. There appears to be a passage on the right between the 2 goblins, and the humans are in the second passage on the right before a pool. There's stalagmites in front of me. I can't see very well to the back of the cave. Hold for now. Alright, so what would be the best movement here? Probably here. Let me ask the DM a question. If I do... No, I'm not a rogue. Never mind. Okay, so next check-in, there's a pool of water just outside the passage that leads to the humans. Nothing new to report.
Definitely don't step in that pool.
No.
Are you still within 120 of me? Because that's my limit.
Yeah.
Okay.
So give me a perception check, Jarral, when you're at that spot now.
A perception check?
Yep.
Passive perception or perception?
Just regular perception. All right, keep going.
My passive is better than that. Alright. So I'm going to go here. And when Teagraiel checks in, nothing new to report, and that I am about 30 feet away. And to hold.
You're saying you're 30 feet away from us?
Yes.
Okay.